Welcome to Meditation Mondays using your Tachyon Illumination Rods. Right now, in the autumn, is the time to release what's no longer serving us. The same way that the trees start to shed their leaves. This is a time of great transformation for us and of purification. And this meditation is designed to look at different aspects of your life for transformation and purification. Some things may come up that you're aware of, while others may be things that you didn't even know were there. And in this meditation, we're using the Tachyon to lift these things out of your energy body and your physical body and your mind and your entire being. We go through health, relationships, habits, career, and the sacred spaces in our lives. Please subscribe to our channel and leave your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear about them. And if you're interested in purchasing Tachyon Illumination Rods, www.tachyonwellnesssedona.com. Use coupon code MEDITATION to save. Enjoy. I invite you now to find a place, either sitting up or laying down, with your Tachyon Illumination Rods in your hands. And once you're comfortable, to start taking deep breaths. And with each exhale, we start to find ourselves becoming more and more relaxed. Our hips and knees start to soften. Our abdomen and our shoulders start to relax. Our throat and our jaw starts to relax. And as we start to drift into deeper and deeper relaxation, we start to call in now the Tachyon energy to fill our energy body and our physical body with purifying white light. As we are stepping into our highest selves, we first must shed our skins of the past. Anything within our energy body that is not serving us, we call now to the Tachyon to start helping us to loosen and shed some of these things. We think now of our health. Are there anything that is affecting us in the realm of our health and wellness that is no longer serving us? Are we eating and drinking right? Are we exercising and practicing self-care? If there's any blockages in the house of our health, we ask the Tachyon to loosen them and lift them out of our bodies and our energy bodies now. We start to shed the energies that sit upon us heavily and weigh us down. And as the Tachyon is purifying the house of health within us right now, we start to feel lighter and lighter. We call our attention now to the house of relationships. Now thinking of all the relationships in our life. What relationships do we have that are no longer serving us? Have we started to outgrow relationships, whether they're love, friendships, business relationships? What relationships in our lives are ready to be released so that we can put our attention on better relationships? Are there things holding us back from feeling true love in our lives? Do we carry baggage from past relationships that we're bringing into our new relationships? We call on the Tachyon now to start to lift those things out of our energy bodies and our minds and our hearts so that we are purified of anything toxic or not serving us in the house of relationships. We call to remove these things so that we can replace them with things for our highest good. We now bring our attention to the habits in our lives. Are there habits that are keeping us from connecting to pure source, that are keeping us from being more productive in our lives and living our best lives? Whatever those habits may be, we call now to the Tachyon energy to lift those things out of our energy bodies and out of our lives. We remove these habits and create new, healthy, happy neural pathways with better habits in our lives, healthier habits within our lives. As we are pulling out everything blocking us from our best lives, we continue to feel lighter and lighter and more pure and more open for the right things coming in. And now we bring our attention to our career, to what we do of service in this life. Anything involving our service in this life that could be negatively impacting our health and well-being. Any business relationships, any obstacles keeping us from our highest good, any careers that are no longer serving us. We call the Tachyon energy now to lift these things out of our bodies, out of our energy bodies, and to lift the obstacles in our way that are keeping us from living our best lives and serving our highest purpose. And we continue to feel lighter and lighter as these things are lifted into the light to be transformed into things that serve our good, our power tools. we call now to the sacred spaces in our lives, our home, our office, the places that we go, even in our meditations. Is there anything within our sacred spaces that is keeping us from having a whole, fulfilled space? Are there material items? Is there baggage or things from past relationships that are in these spaces? Is there clutter or things that need to be cleared so that we can be more focused on our highest purpose? We call now to the Tachyon energy to help us identify these things and to help us start to cleanse and purify our sacred space the same way we are cleansing and purifying our energy body and our physical body, and the relationships and the health and the habits in our life. And as we imagine what needs to be cleared and those things being lifted away, we start to feel lighter and lighter. We feel as if the Tachyon energy has lifted us up and purified everything in our lives that needs purification. This is the time now to let these things go. And as we take deep breaths, with each exhale, imagine letting go of all these things that are ready to go. We must shed our skins of the past so that we can step into our future. And the lighter we feel, it's as if we went from the heavy energy of the caterpillar crawling upon the earth to being lifted with the wings of the butterfly. And anything else that comes to our mind that needs to be lifted now, we call the Tachyon energy to lift that out. And once we start to feel a sense of completion, we start to come back into our new purified being, into our bodies. We feel the heaviness of the rods in our hands start to ground us. We feel our feet and our root chakra attaching to the earth now. We start to feel our energy interlacing with our bodies. We feel our heartbeat. Connect to the heartbeat of the mother. And here we are, grounded and present back in our bodies. As our eyes start to open now,